Okay, be prepared to shell out more money to check your bag on Air Canada and WestJet flights. We're going to bring in Mike Eppel in just a bit on this, but let's talk about the numbers here. The increases are the same for both airlines. They apply only to lowest fare flights. Fees for the first check bag are going up from $25 to $30. The second bag will now cost you $50. That's up from the current $30. And Air Canada's new baggage fees apply to domestic flights as well as U.S., Caribbean and Mexico flights starting October the 5th. WestJet's changes start today for U.S. international flights and on October 1st for domestic bookings. Okay, let's bring you back in, Mike. And this one, a lot of people will be waking up to this news because it seemed to come out of nowhere for a lot of people.
Yeah, it did indeed, Melanie. Good morning. It was sort of announced in media reports late last night. Nothing official from a release point for either Air Canada or WestJet. You go on their websites as of this morning, and the fee changes are there. But at the same time, they're, saying to some extent that this follows a move by JetBlue of the United States, which yesterday announced it's raising its baggage fees. But no other U.S. airline announced a similar move, at least not yet. And JetBlue has no operations here in Canada, so there's no cross-border competition to speak of here. And the only major airline that still doesn't have any fees for checked bags is Southwest. And you wonder if they're going to pick up some business from this because, the ongoing debate has been, is it worth it to go across to border points, whether it's Buffalo or others, and fly, if you're flying in the United States specifically, is it worth it to cross the border to avoid higher fees and checked bag fees specifically? So this is going to be interesting to see exactly how this plays out for consumers, their reaction, because, again, people are looking ahead and booking winter travel at this point, and the cost is going to get more expensive. And this has to do, again, with the lowest price ticket level for both WestJet and Air Canada. Also see if there's any market reaction this morning to that Tesla win in court against the Ford government regarding the rebates for electric cars, which Tesla had argued sort of singled them out because their rebates were canceled pretty much immediately, while other automakers had a little bit of a window to get some sales done. Scotiabank raising its dividend this morning. Another big bank hiking its payment to shareholders with a quarterly profit that was on the rise year over year. And markets surged yesterday on that tentative deal between the U.S. and Mexico. We saw records on Wall Street for the S&P and the NASDAQ. The Dow was up 259. Even the TSX got a lift. Some optimism that we can avoid auto tariffs, although that's the big bargaining chip here as we head back to the bargaining table with the U.S. and Mexico to get a three-way trade deal done. That's the latest from here. Say good morning to Devo.
Good morning, Mike. And I'm not happy about this, hiking the fees for the bags.
Yeah, anytime you hear about the cost of anything going up and how that hits the bottom line, it again, raises some choice. You don't have to take a checked bag if you can't, but how easy is that to do, right?
That means I got to start packing less shoes.
And then you got people stuffing more stuff into the overhead compartment.
That's it.
Causing more problems.
It all goes in the same place at the end of the
day.
All right. Thanks so much, Mike.